Hi, I'm Em. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. I'm going to be making some booktube content, so feel free to join for the ride. Today I'm going to be doing the booktube newbie tag. So yeah, I got 3 comments on my last video, which is really cool because I didn't think anyone was going to see it, so that's really exciting. Thank you to everyone who said hello and commented and subscribed. I see you, thank you so much. This is really exciting for me. So I actually filmed this about 2 days ago now. I had it ready to upload yesterday, and as I was trying to save it, to do that I managed to delete all basically. So this is probably about the 3rd time that I've sat down to do this. But yeah, here we are. It's all practice, right? So yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about me, then stay listening. First things first, why did I start this channel? If you've watched my last video, you'll know that I mentioned that I moved to the other side of the world and I'm currently in Australia, so I'm from just outside of London. Yeah, it's been really lonely to be completely honest, and everyone I miss, the people I care about, you know, my best friends, I miss them so much, and my mum and my little sister and my cat, all of my family and stuff. These are the people I would usually rant to about my books. Yeah, I just really wanted a space, basically, to just be able to talk about books, to be able to interact with other people about what they're reading and what I'm reading, and hear other people's thoughts about what it is I'm reading, hear some good recommendations, you know, maybe connect with some people, and which would be cool. But yeah, I just wanted that space to do that. So that's mainly it. I do apologise if you see me flapping about this video and I probably seem like a little bit on edge. I'm so hot right now. I think it's 36 degrees today where I am. And I've got a fan on and I've got aircon, which I'm grateful for, but it's not making much of a difference, to be completely honest. It's boiling here. My Irish skin was not built for the Aussie sun. The humidity is ridiculous. I don't know how you do get used to it. So bear with me if I'm flapping about a little bit. It's because I'm really, really hot. But anyway, next question. What are some fun things I can bring to YouTube? Me, I suppose. I guess like everyone's got a unique perspective on things, don't they? Not just based off what they read, but like what they've experienced, and to a certain extent that kind of affects how you may react to stories or certain things based off what you know yourself and what you've lived. So next question, what am I most excited about for this? I guess like I just said, it's just going to be having that space and being able to talk to people about my thoughts on what it is I'm reading, hear some good recommendations maybe from you all. I might even do, like I would love to do a video of just reading your recommendations, like your favourite book. That would be really cool. I would really love to be part of this community. If I'm not reading, I'm usually on booktube. And I've spent a lot of my time over the last few years, probably more than I'd like to admit, especially when I've been in uni and stuff. It distracted me on multiple occasions, put it that way. Why do I love reading? I guess like you get to live different lives, I suppose. Of learning about things that I wouldn't necessarily experience otherwise, things I wouldn't have thought of from my own experience. Also, when I filmed this the other day, I just went on loads of tangents. So I'm gonna try and not do that today because it took quite a while to edit because of that. But anyway, I'm gonna try my best. But yeah, the educating, mainly, I suppose. I used to be such an anxious kid, and one of the things I really struggled with when I was growing up is that when I got super, super anxious, I would never be able to find the right words to explain how I was feeling or explain what it was I wanted to do. Even just everyday interaction, I would really struggle to find the words for it. And over the years, as I've gone back to reading, it's really strengthened that, and it's strengthened my vocabulary, my communication, with writing as well, reading, listening. I just don't ever want to stop doing it, and I want to read as much in this lifetime as I can and just learn as much as I possibly can, basically. But yeah. What series got me into reading? Okay, so I would have to say probably Divergent. I loved that. Oh yeah, The Hunger Games as well. I actually read Divergent before I read The Hunger Games. I think I must have been about 14. So that's almost 10 years ago. I'm 24 and oh my god, I'm 24 in less than a month now. Another thing as well I think that really helped influence me into reading when I was growing up was probably my mum read to me a lot when I was younger. She read a lot of poetry to me, story. It was really encouraged in our household, for me anyway, to read. And also like my dad used to read, I don't know if anyone remembers Michael Morpurgo books, like Private, Peaceful and Warhorse as well. My dad used to read those to us when we were younger. So it was very much encouraged in our household. That's definitely something that probably influenced me into being the sort of person I am now. Or into being the person I am now. But yeah, what would I ask my favourite booktubers? There's a few things. I think I'd mainly ask kind of about the schedules of things. So like when to film, when to edit, how often you're filming, how often you're editing, and like when you find the time to read within that, as well as having social time and alone time for whatever else you need, and getting things up on time as well. Yeah, I've kind of long suspected for years now that I have quite severe ADHD. Yeah, I had an evaluation when I was at uni still last year. Yeah, it turns out I have quite a few issues with concentrating and that sort of thing and scheduling. So yeah, like that for me will probably be the biggest thing. It will just be getting used to a new routine and getting around the things that need to be done in terms of the scheduling. So yeah, but it's really exciting and I'm really, really excited to do that. Really looking forward to making, you know, a new chapter of my life and a new hobby. So yeah, what challenges will be hardest with booktube? Yeah, so for me, it will follow on from that. It will just be the scheduling and getting myself into a routine and just getting used to it basically. But yeah, I just need to give myself a little bit more time to get that stuff organised if I'm putting stuff out there now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So when did I start reading? My mum read to me a lot when I was younger, so I probably would have started reading a little bit more before school, I guess. In terms of literally, I probably learnt a little bit before I started school. In terms of when did I start reading properly, it's probably when I moved out. Then, like I said, because of the ADHD thing. Because of that, with all the reading I was doing and all the concentrating I was doing for things like exams and stuff at school, reading at home for me wasn't a relaxing thing. It didn't feel like downtime to me. And then that was probably all the way up to I was about 18, because I also did literature for A-level. So I did quite a lot of reading then. It was after that I had a gap year and then I moved out and went to uni. Yeah, it was kind of after that I started reading. So when I moved out to London actually, where I could just give myself time to read. It's because I have my own space, and when I was at uni then I wasn't doing something that was academic, I was doing something quite creative, so I didn't have a lot of reading to do at home. I had a lot of work to do at home, don't get me wrong, but in a way that creatively it was stimulating for me. Yeah, I guess that's what I would say. So where do I read? I read pretty much anywhere. My favourite place over here since I've moved here, probably by the beach or a good coffee shop. I love reading in a coffee shop. If you've been to Australia as well, you'll know that the standards here for coffee are insane. The coffee here is amazing. I also found out the other day that flat whites originated over here as well, which I didn't know either. So you learn something new every day. Another thing about me is I just love being cozy. So that is one thing since I've moved over here that I have missed a lot, is reading a book when it's cold outside or it's raining and under a blanket, you've got a candle, it's raining outside or at least it's cold. And just with a cat on your lap as well. There's nothing better than reading with a cat on your lap. I just miss that. Like there's something different about reading when it's getting cold out, and by the time August comes around, June, sorry, I would have had a whole 365 days of summer. My favourite season is autumn. I love it when it gets cold. It's my favourite time of year. And yeah, that's definitely one thing I miss. What kind of books do I read? I read a lot of things. I think I'm pretty much open to anything. I've read a lot of romance since I've been here because it is just the perfect book to read on the beach. I like that also a lot of the time for like a palette cleanser. Mainly, I like lit fics. I'm getting more back into that this year, I think, because that's usually what I would lean towards. I love some dystopian literature as well. I love a good memoir. I also like a good non-fiction as well. If it's something that I have no idea about or something that intrigues me, it's just, there's nothing better than reading something so refreshing, good for my mind. Every so often, just maybe once a month, to just read a non-fiction book. Oh yeah, I do like a good thriller as well. And I used to be a big fan of horror when I was younger, but since I've grown up a lot, I feel like I don't really like horror as much, just purely because it is more scary when you get older and realise, I guess, that the world can be a really scary place anyway, so I wouldn't turn one down, but it's not my go-to anymore. But yeah, a good thriller, that's another good book to read as well when it's getting cold. In October, just reading nice, thrilling book. So yeah, that is the newbie tag. I hope I've answered all the questions that you want to hear. If you do want to know anything more about me, do just comment below and I'll reply. Who knows, maybe one day I'll even do a Q&A if there's something you would like me to do. But yeah, other than that, I think the next video will probably be my January reads, and then after that probably a February TBR. Yeah, I guess that's everything. The last thing I did want to say though is just to those of you who have subscribed, those of you who watched my last video, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me. When I got my first subscriber, the other day I was like, people want to listen to me talk about books. So that's kind of cool. So long as you're here to watch, I'll continue making content. This is just something that's really exciting for me. So thank you so much, and yeah, do say hi if you are new again, if you're watching this. And if you'd like to keep up with more of what I'm reading, then yeah, like, subscribe. Yeah, let me know as well if you like what type of videos you want me to film and what you want to see. Just let me know and I'd be more than happy to make it. But other than that, my room is the hottest room in the house right now. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Have a blessed day, take care of your mental health, and I hope something good happens to you today. Yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.